What's up, Taurus Squad? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all my Taurus friends in the house with me, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, particularly Venus, because we are here to do your love spread for roughly February 2020, extending into the early weeks of March. Welcome. This is going to be a general reading, so that means not everything I say will resonate with all of you viewers out there. It is up to you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. Please only take away the messages that speak to you in some capacity. Oh my goodness, bottom of the deck. Love that. It's such a cute card. I like her little blushing cheeks. Anyway, come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, knowing not every message will be for you, and only take away the ones that speak to you, that resonate with you in some way, in some capacity, that motivate you, inspire you, confirm something you needed or wanted to hear, right? Drop everything else that doesn't serve you. If it doesn't fit your story or circumstance, you don't need to take on that energy or those messages. But as always, I encourage you to give these messages time to resonate. Don't put the pressure on yourself to make everything fit right here, right now. Yeah, give it a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, right? Something might click for you and confirm a message that you did need to hear. So those are my general tarot rules. Now we can get to the fun stuff. Everything else about this video is written in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram and .com. Check out my website if you are interested, if you want to learn more about me on my tarot journey, my tarot path, however you want to say. All right, for Taurus, love, those looking for love. If you don't have a person, this could represent someone coming in. It could also represent someone coming back from your past, or it doesn't have to be sexual. I know everyone's kind of looking for romantic, sexy partners, but yeah, sometimes in a love reading, it may end up being about your kid or about your parent or something like that, right? The messages that come through for you, yeah, I have faith that the most important ones come through for a reason, so. All right, I'm rambling. That means it's time to start. Taurus, 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 let's look. So your energy, ooh, chemistry, I like that. So potentially getting to know someone, understanding what the vibe is when you two are together. You may be, making out for the first time or sleeping together for the first time or just dating. Yeah, there is some sort of conflict, internal conflict with you, or you may also feel like you are in competition for this person's attention. And so, yeah, especially my females, it's just presenting this way. You guys may be like kind of dressing extra around them, extra sexy, extra, I don't know, confident, extra, it could be anything. It could be extra professional. If this is someone at work that you're trying to impress, be careful with that, right? But yeah, they do see you. They are absolutely attracted to you, but I am sort of getting you're all up in your emotions about it. And so you're extremely vulnerable to criticism right now. I'm so sorry about that. My camera froze. So yeah, vulnerable to criticism, but also being very vulnerable to like your own emotions. I actually said the same thing to Capricorn. Some of my ladies out there may be riding the crimson wave, maybe your time of month, and so you're extra super sensitive right now. So if you say hello to this person every day, at the grocery store, at the coffee shop, or at work, and they don't say hi to you one day, or they didn't hear you or something, you misinterpret that and you kind of get all up in your feels or all up in your headspace about it. So make sure you are seeing things accurately, because there's going to be some sort of circumstance or scenario where I just want to say, it's like this tiny little thing happens and it sends you down like a whirlwind or a spiral staircase of unhelpful thoughts where you're just like, that's it, it's over, I'm throwing in the towel. This is a card of endurance, the Seven of Wands. How much can you take? It came out in the reverse, and it's saying to me, it's like, yeah, it's like you're just like, nope, it's not going to work out. They don't like me. I know it. It's because, again, you're ultra sensitive and ultra vulnerable right now. And there is a lot of you do feel like you're not good enough for this person. And so there is this idea of needing to dress up. I do want to say it's bordering on be someone who you're not. So I would just be really careful about that. It comes from a place of purity, because I do think you see this person as all your hopes and dreams and wishes. You like them very much. But yeah, it's more like you can sense that they're not all in with you. You may have tried to make a move in terms of like physically to take it to the next level, and they may have actually been like, oh, I'm actually not ready to do that right now. And so that sort of found you dumbstruck, and again, immediately you go to this like, oh my God, they don't like me, and just like bring it down, Taurus. It's not as extreme as you think it is. There is chemistry here. They're both interested in like this ball of light, right? That energy that exists between them. They're both holding it. They're both fascinated by it. But yeah, this person may move slower than you like. And it could go the opposite as well. But yeah, for a lot of you, you're questioning your worth, and somebody in the past made you made you believe at one point that you were very clingy, and so you're trying really hard not to be that way. Again, I also want to say that message you got may or may not be rooted in truth, in reality. So in Aquarius season, an air sign, right? It's all about using our logic, our mind, our intelligence, seeing things as they really are. It's not getting super swept away in like the dreamy, whimsical, hopeless, romantic vibe. Those are great feelings. That's fun to be involved with someone that, you know, they make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But there's also a need to stay grounded, Taurus, my earth signs, right? My bulls. There is a need to hold back, to restrain a little bit. And maybe you don't want to drown this person in emotions. But also, if you're interested, you don't really want to play hard to get either. Don't send this person mixed messages. If there's chemistry here, you have the Lover's card and you want to pursue it, there's something really beautiful that could grow and blossom here. Don't block your blessings, is what I'm trying to say. So let's take a peek at what your person is up to. Interesting. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I don't need you all to freak out by this card, right? That could mean a lot of things, right? Let's see what else is surrounding it. The Empress. Okay. So this person may have a child with someone else. They may have an ex. But actually, no. I mean, this is your energy, isn't it? It's Taurus and Libra energy. You also have Page of Wands. Okay, yeah, okay. Something about a child might be important here. One or both of you may have children, especially those who are divorced. It's not necessarily that your person's married. But all right, for one or two of you, maybe. For one or two of you, yeah, children. Something about children here is very, very important. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah, so, okay, this may also have to do with someone you grew up with as a child. You may be just starting to date them. Maybe it's someone who's always been in the friend zone or vice versa. And so, yeah, something about approaching with caution, approaching slowly because you don't want to scare them off. Again, that could go the opposite way, too. It's almost like this is something really cute that grows long term. These cards actually seem really hopeful. And I love them. They're just really adorable. I like those cards. And you do have wish fulfillment is bottom of your deck. Yeah, okay. Six of Cups, the childhood innocence, also soulmates, people of the past, going home, like family dynamics. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's nostalgia, feeling like children. I always think of the Frank Sinatra song, You Make Me Feel So Young. They play it in the movie Elf when Zooey Deschanel and Will Ferrell are like running around New York City and just acting really immature but fun, enjoying life. Yeah, I heard variety is the spice of life. Yeah, going off and being silly together. There's something very valuable about that because it gets you out of this headspace. Some of you, yeah, it's like you're drawing the line in the sand way too soon. As I was saying, it's like, we're done. They didn't look at me this morning. They didn't say hi to me. Like, they don't like me. Also, the idea of like something about being stubborn and, a lower vibrational Taurus. That makes sense. Waiting to move forward on something I don't know. There's value in waiting before you jump to conclusions, waiting to see how things are going to pan out. To be very clear, when I say waiting, it's not waiting at home for your person to call. It's not putting your life on pause, waiting for this person to come around. It's not that. It's almost like, actually, it's funny, double entendre, wading through water, when you put on like your waders, right? Going through the difficult emotion that's stopping you up. I'm almost getting like resistance in water, and it does have to do with the unhelpful emotions you're feeling. With Seven of Cups, there's a lot of feelings coming up. It's fun, but you're also scared, but you're also kind of jealous, and you're also kind of self-conscious, but you're also really sexually attracted to this person. There's a lot of emotions surrounding this, and you need to identify which ones serve you and which ones are holding you back, which ones are actually causing you more chaos and conflict. Do you see potential in any of these cups? Is any of this with this person spawning good emotions? Things that make you happy, things that make you feel good about yourself, about each other? I would say there's a lot of cards indicating that. But of these 7 cups, clearly 1 or 2 of them are causing a little bit of conflict or anxiety. don't jump to conclusions, because it's this idea of like living in a lack mentality, a lack state, this kind of, no shade towards, but like, woe is me. That's not doing you any favors. It's like, raise your vibe, keep it up. Especially those who are involved with a Scorpio. You need to be careful how you react, or actually, okay, it's actually coming through more as you may have strong Scorpio in your chart. If you have a Scorpio moon, yeah, particularly a Scorpio moon, it's like the reversal. The sun goes to bed and the moon comes up. Something about you turn on a dime. There may be some sort of conflict or argument you have, and you like fly off the handlebars. Yeah, you approach this person in a way, it's like you really, what is that expression? You go for the gut, or you hit them where it hurts. It might be something like this person is particularly sensitive about something, and because you're feeling like you've been ignored, or you're feeling self-conscious, or yeah, you're feeling vulnerable, you may actually kind of viciously go after them in a way that could really hold a lot of weight in how you move forward. So again, it's the same metaphor I'm saying. Wading through the waters with a D, wading. It's pushing those aside and busting through the obstacles and choosing to ignore like the unhealthy emotions. I'm sorry. It's not ignoring the unhealthy emotions. It's deciding what those emotions are doing for you and if they serve you. I hope that makes sense. The card of analysis, the Seven of Pentacles, analyzing the seeds you've planted. Where will they grow? Do they need more sunlight? Do they need more water? So in metaphor, right? Sunlight being warmth, right? Sunlight being fire, passion. And then water being love, emotion, spirituality, right? Assessing how you can like, yeah, if for some of you, you may have plateaued in a relationship and it's running out of like passion. For others of you, yeah, it's like you're wanting to grow and you're wanting to ascend and you're wanting to move in with this person, you know, make it official, be exclusive, whatever, take it to the next level. But it's almost like the process of that is very overwhelming to your person, or they're just not quite ready to do that yet. So that's bringing me back to this thing of like child innocence. Make sure you're having fun first and foremost in this relationship. That is going to be really important for some of you, to not let your emotions get the best of you. There may be like this knee-jerk reaction to say something in the heat of the moment, particularly if you are like rejected in some sort of like physical moment or intimate moment you guys have. You may be reading too deep into them, just being like, oh, I'm not ready to do that yet, or I can't. Yeah, don't let your head or your thoughts spiral out of control, and same with your emotions. Keep your emotions in check. Emotional intelligence in Aquarius season will serve you. Absolutely. All right, let's see. What's going on with your person here? Your person may be a musician, specifically a drummer. And so they may be devoting a lot of their work to either traveling with their band or writing music, or it doesn't even have to be a drummer, but that is all. Or you may be a musician, Taurus, vice versa, whatever. But also something about the drum beat, keeping the rhythm of a conversation. Oh, this is like a weird sexual metaphor. I'm not sure what they're getting at here. Yeah, somebody is insecure sexually, like they're not able to please the person, like they can't keep up the rhythm to get them there. You understand where I'm going with that, Taurus. And I think it's your person feels self-conscious. That's sort of what's coming through, because you're presenting as the Empress, like they hold you in very high regard. Yeah, there may have been I said the same thing to Capricorn, I think. There may have been some sort of miscommunication in the bedroom where somebody didn't do what they usually do, or somebody didn't moan as loud, or it's like, again, it's something, it's wacky. It's like it's playing tricks on you. To the point where you guys go through an awkward period where you stop talking, even if it's just for like a few hours. I'm not getting any divorce cards. There's no sword energy. I'm not saying you guys sever it. But there's something about, yeah, like, unsettled feelings, and it feels like you, Taurus, are trying to call them back, like, wait, where are you going? But they feel like awkward or out of their element or inexperienced, and it's causing a lot of like self-esteem issues and anxiety, where they feel like they can't impress you, but also that they can't kind of like speak to you about it. And then it's funny, you have a reaction to that moment too. And again, you either kind of attack them in like a vicious way, Or the opposite, rather than speaking your emotional truth, you kind of emotionally break down, and again, you're just like, it's over, I'm throwing in the towel, like, but it comes more from a place of like, they don't love me, I know it, they don't like me anymore, and really it's like they were too insecure to like do something for you, and you took that to heart like they didn't want to. Guys, this is like messy, like, okay, ugh. It's frustrating because there's love here, there's a lot of love here, there's chemistry here. Somebody needs to release their ex. That came up as well. Okay. This is actually helping me. All right, so here's what's up. Somebody is still holding on to baggage from a past lover, an ex. And I think I may have said this a little bit earlier. Like the idea of being told something in the past of, I don't know, like you're bad in bed or this or that. Someone has carried that with them and it's bleeding over into this relationship that you guys have together. I don't think this person is in the picture at all. In fact, that's what this card could indicate too, that they've maybe recently separated from an ex. I'm not getting any cheating vibes. I'm just putting it out there. It's not that story. Sorry if that's your story. It's not coming through here for me though. Releasing your ex and unrequited love, this is someone's past. This is something they're coming out of. And again, it's seeping into like the really healthy cup, the healthy relationship that this is trying to be. But yes, someone is needing to like go back to the drawing board and make sure they like check themselves. Make sure that they are emotionally ready to be in a new relationship. And again, it's not for lack of love. It has more to do with self-doubt, lacking self-confidence, and just, lacking self-love, really. You have to love yourself first before you can like share your love with someone else. It's a building block, right? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy, particularly the nasty things they may have said to you that, it's something about it caused like lunacy, false thoughts, false belief, projecting them onto all the relationships you have or your person has, Taurus. There's a false sense of reality, of the emotions you guys are feeling. There's something magnetic between you, kinetic, right? There's energy, there's passion here. But I don't know if it has to do with you aren't together. Someone gets really deep into their headspace and yeah, it's like anxiety. It's chaos inside their mind. Unrequited love, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. Again, these cards came out together. I think it has to do with the past. Someone is worried that all the feelings they're feeling for this person, they're worried it's unmatched. You need to take like a closer look at something. There needs to be like, I heard further investigation. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, seeking of, it may just be communicating more with each other. Rather than, I don't know why this is coming through, but rather than spying on them, looking on their social media, some of you are going down like a rabbit hole of like old Facebook photos and you stumble across like an old picture of your person with their ex, and that brings up this whole swell of emotions of like, oh my God, they're so much prettier than me, or this or that, or they had more money, or those, again, wading through the unhelpful emotions, that is doing nothing for you. It's like you're spiraling down a rabbit hole of negative thoughts, of woe is me, it's like what you put out in the universe is what you get delivered back to you. So this lack mentality, the woe is me, and I'm going to be abandoned and no one loves me. If you say that, the universe goes, yep, that's true. So the opposite, if you say, I am awesome and I am love and I am light and I deserve good partnership, again, the universe will be like, yep. So make sure you're looking out for yourself, Taurus. Make sure you know what you want, right? This can be a card of indecision, not knowing, or avoidance. Avoiding a difficult conversation or truth that you need to share. Also, in regards to your person, especially if they have all this baggage with an ex that kind of really like screwed them up a little bit, letting down their guard to let new love in, opening up and being vulnerable like children are, right? Children don't have all this baggage, all this need to like wounded warrior, throw up their guard and be very suspicious of everyone. Children don't have that. It's very lighthearted. It's very simple. It's very easy. And because of that, this person probably got burned a lot, right? Because maybe they were overly trusting of the people that they let into their life. Maybe they were giving to extremes to the point where, it's like in the end, they got screwed over. They got burned, particularly if they were with a fire sign before. What this is saying, though, is the very difficult lessons that either you or both of you guys learned in the past from exes, people who you were no longer with. Instead of looking at those things you learned as Or like self-imprisonment, the lower vibrational thoughts keeping you stuck. It's a mental prison. It's giving over your power to your thoughts, and they're false. They're negative. They're not true. There's something about freeing yourself to see the truth. You have 2 cards indicating, yeah, take off the blindfold, see things as they really are. Again, is it based in truth? Is it based in fact? Or are you getting swept up in like this overwhelming sense of emotions and you don't know right from left anymore? There's soulmate energy here, right? This is the 1111 card. There's a beautiful foundation from which you guys can grow from this. But yeah, there is a need to release old patterns of thought or negative self-talk that is holding you back. Because for better or worse, whatever you went through with your exes, you both walked away with tremendous lessons and insight about what you don't want in a relationship versus what you do. So walk away empowered, knowing that maybe you had to go through some bullshit. Maybe you got out of a very abusive relationship, and good for you, Taurus, or for your person, right? But it's not to say it hasn't left its scars. There has been some damage, particularly to the psyche. Something about this card, too, encourages you that if you are the wounded warrior, if you are still suffering from depression, anxiety, it is perfectly acceptable to go seek outsider help for that, right? A therapist, a counselor, a psychologist, right? There's no stigma there, but it's also unfair to I said this in your general reading, Taurus, to force your person to have to be your psychologist. That's not their job. That's not their job. You guys should come together with like healthy flowing cups of love, pure, innocent energy, right? So that when you are together, it's just fun. It's easy. It's just like being kids. And I don't mean to like sweep this away of, oh, your person needs to go deal with their bullshit. That's not what I'm saying. But these cards are coming up for a reason. The wounded warrior, someone has been hurt in the past. And again, it's bleeding over into all their future relationships. So let's nip this in the bud, like once and for all. Whoever has all these hang-ups of the past, of the ex that really did some damage on them, yeah, it's good to find avenues to heal those wounds in, like, again, a very positive way from which you can grow from them. You can always walk away with the lessons, the knowledge you've gained, but you don't need to walk away with the heavy burdens it caused, if that makes sense. So let's look at what is between you. Some of these people, their ex took advantage of them financially. They stole a lot of money from them, or something about a prenup, or they took a lot of their goods, their belongings, their home, their car, something about that. That has left some damage to them too, particularly like literally damage to the bank account. So yeah, what's between you? Forgiving and learning. I love it. As you release and heal the past, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yeah. Forgiving yourself, right? For staying so long in a relationship that was toxic with someone who didn't treat you right. Again, setting yourself free from that and recognizing, like, this is great. With the Fool, it's a whole new ball of wax. It's a whole new beginning. It's the end of an era, right? It's 2020. Brand new. What is that? What is it they say? New year, new me, something like that. All right. Anyway, sorry. I got off on a silly tangent there. But yeah, forgiving and healing, not just yourself for mistakes you feel like you made in your past, but for your person too. Again, if your person does snap, or you do, right, in some sort of display of lower vibrational emotion where you feel attacked or self-conscious or vulnerable, and you're just like, you know what? And that Scorpio stinger comes out, right? It's not saying you can't heal from that. It's not saying you can't rebuild from troubled emotion, you're both still healing your heart in some capacity. There's an imbalance here, right? With the 3, it's a card of Libra with the air or sword energy. It's still kind of figuring out the even kilter or resetting the scales in terms of where you guys are at. Calibrating the scales of the relationship, understanding what your person likes, what they don't like, understanding what their triggers might be, understand, the past that they bring with them into this relationship. And it's almost like together you figure out what doesn't serve you. And it's very cute. It's like throwing stuff, when you're a kid and you're packing your suitcase, whatever you don't need, you just kind of toss it. It's very cute. I'm getting like an image of you. Maybe you are moving in together. You guys are going through stuff, even in metaphor. It's like the skeletons in your closet. You're cleaning them out together. And with that, you do need to be very vulnerable, exposing your truth, right? Where's the card I want to show you? This one. It's like, it's not a brick wall. You can see right through it. You can see the damage that has been done. You can see the wounds that have left scars. You can also see all the beautiful things, right? All of like the amazing qualities your person has. It's something like removing the veil, seeing through the curtain to understand the true person behind there. This person may have put up a defense or a wall, or not even that, but glossed over anything beyond surface level stuff. Again, I said the same thing to Capricorn. It seems like you guys have reached a point where you're finally digging deeper into the well to get to like the real stuff, the meat and potatoes of the relationship. It's not just, it's like it starts off as this very lovely, whimsical thing, but as you get deeper into the real crux of this relationship, you are going to have to be vulnerable and maybe talk about things that you're not proud of or that you don't like, or the way you are still working on yourself. And that is very beautiful, right? If this person is in your life for the long term, they're going to want to hear all those things. All these cards are saying to me, this is a soulmate. 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands, weddings, and something about the childlike relationship. It's just sweet. It's pure. It's innocent. There's something really nice here. 3 of Cups, you may be celebrating taking it to the next level, right? All right, so forgiving and learning is what's between you. You also have Judgment. Closing up or tying loose ends up. That's really what this card is. Looking back to the past of things that were almost there, like with a 9 and, where's my 8? Where's my 8 of Swords? With a 9 and 8, we're nearing the end of this mental battle and this endurance. How much more can I take of this, of these unhelpful thoughts, of these unhelpful emotions? With Judgment, it's cleaning out the closet. It's picking apart what is no longer needed, because even emotionally, like wading through the emotions of what doesn't serve you. The assessment card, right? To get these seeds to blossom and grow, to get this relationship to thrive, what is needed, what is not, what can we add, what can we take away, what ingredients are going to give us the best bang for our buck. There's a judgment call between you of what is needed and what is not, and like ultimately, like, do we want to walk this path together? You also have the 4 of Cups. Something about not letting this spoil. Something about leaving it out too long. It like water grows mold. You want the water to be flowing. This can sometimes be a card indicating boredom or complacency in love, issues of love. This is almost saying to me someone is still holding back. And it does have to do with, again, like our like the mental baggage or issues regarding the past and ex. Something about that, it's like rather than come forward and talk about what someone is actually feeling, they're refraining. And because of that, again, it's like spoiling over into what you guys have together. It's a safety zone, it's a comfort zone to not have to address these issues, but it's almost like something's got to give. Eventually, even if it brings up some uncomfortable emotion or some difficult conversations, something needs to move and grow here. Sorry, gonna pause you guys real quick. All right, sorry, Taurus, we're back. I was coughing so bad, I just didn't want to do that on camera. So let's look at your final advice or guidance for my Tauruses. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. That's why the soulmate card was coming out. Multiple cards indicating a soulmate. And if it's not even past lifetimes, it's just your past. You may have known this person as a child. It may have been your next door neighbor, your substitute brother, whatever. You may have grown up with this person. King of Wands. All right, so you might be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, someone who's very passionate, someone who's very creative. You have the Chariot, so a card of Cancer, forward movement, progress, victory, balancing your internal emotions, your dark and your light energies, your shadow and your light. We're all human. We all have those characteristics and quality. Again, how I was saying, calibrate the scales, keeping them in check, making sure internally you're nice and balanced and even keeled, so that you go into a relation with someone. You're not. It's like you're not balanced, right? Mentally balanced, emotionally balanced. All right, you also have the Emperor. All right, so we finally got some major arcana. I was gonna say we didn't have a ton. Well, I guess you had a few. You have Gemini and you have the Fool. The Fool is Aquarian and Aries energy. The Lovers, I love seeing that. All right, so the Emperor, this can sometimes talk about your career, traditions, stability, also being very rigid, not wanting to cross a line, being very stubborn in a sense. That's sort of what I mean. I was sensing it more about your person. They didn't want to let their guard down for the longest time, or maybe you didn't, because they had things in their past that they weren't proud of, or were really struggling with anxiety or depression. It doesn't necessarily have to do with you. Again, it's more as like the things they've been carrying around with them for years, for months, right? There's something about a final purge, getting rid of what you don't need. It might be literally if you're moving houses, if you're moving in with them, if you're traveling together. It's almost like you're going through your history and your past together. And it's something that brings you even closer together. It helps you to understand this person even better. And there is like, not just like physical attraction because of those stories you share, but like there's more intimacy. You guys bond more over, it could be shared experiences. Yeah, it's something about, this is a weird way of putting it, but it's like your individual traumas or misfortunes or sorrows of the past, when you finally kind of let those bubble to the surface and release them once and for all, it makes more room in your life to embrace the other person. I hope that makes sense. 10 of Cups. Come on. 10 of Cups. You guys know what that is, right? It's the fairy tale ending. It's dreams coming true, right? Even if in the short term your dream is to just be able to tell your person all of this, boom, dreams coming true, right? Cups talk about our heart space, our fairy tale endings, our happiness, our joy, our marriages, our children, our legacy in love, essentially. Yeah, you have some good cards here. Past life relationship with a fire king, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that's looking real good. Or a Cancer. I'm so sorry. I was trying so hard not to cough, you guys. Last thing I'll say, plug in for Cancer here as well. But more than anything, it's like you guys, I actually got like the image of like taking a road trip together. Metaphorically though, it's like you're going places. Having a difficult conversation, or again, cleaning out your closet, revealing the skeletons of the past, it brings you closer, and then it's a victory. It's a win. It's like off you go like in a rocket ship, because now you've progressed to the next level. It's like Mario Kart, right? You won. Now you can go off to the next one, the next thing together. Do the next thing. The next chapter, the next book of whatever you're writing together, right? All right, let's throw some zodiac signs on this. I think we're going to wrap it up for you there. What zodiac signs want to come out in Taurus's reading? For Taurus, February 2020 for Taurus. For Taurus. You have some really cute cards here. Don't give up power to your thoughts. You have control over your thoughts and your emotions. Don't pull the trigger on something unless you've really thought about it, right? Zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading for my Tauruses. They do not want to come out for my Tauruses. Zodiac signs. We'll take a couple more. Zodiac sign. Okay, whoa, and then the whole deck shoots out. Okay, so Scorpio came out first, very soon followed by Sagittarius. This one came flying out, Capricorn. There was a lot of similarities in the Capricorn reading, and you do have a couple cards of like fiery energy, so it could be Sagittarius. Taurus, that's you. You could also be dealing with a Taurus. We'll take two more, Virgo and double Virgos. All right, so you may have strong Virgo in your chart, vice versa. That might mean something to someone. You may have two children that are Virgos. You may have twins, something like that. You could be a twin. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, Taurus.